So do you think, for example, in that case, smart TVs and so on will be a substitute or take over that part? You will only have the OTT devices that you offer to people's homes in the future?
Depends on what time frame you're looking at. So no, I think it's definitely moving in that direction, with a couple of disclaimers. So one of them is, the DTT I mentioned. We serve a lot of DTT customers, and we are going to do so for a long time. They need to have a conditional access. They need to have conditional access in place. So whether that's set-top boxes or conditional access module or with different form factors, I don't know, but that needs to be in place. And also, even in Norway or Scandinavia, where I think we tend to have new technology, we update our TVs. There's still a way to go before all customers, or 80-90% of the customers, have devices that are powerful enough to provide the kind of user experience, or to provide the kind of quality of user experience that we want to give our customers.
Yeah, but if we are like a bit futuristic here, do you think, for example, that the set-top box will take a form of connected home, a smart home entertainment box as well? Do you think that could be you be becoming a provider of more than just TV in the future?
Yeah, no, definitely. You see the market is moving more and more operators are moving on to the Google platform, the Android TV platform. And I think at least the set-top box will be part of that, bigger home entertainment thing, or IoT thing, whatever you call it. So, and you can see it already with on Android TV. That's part of the Google Home. It can communicate with Google Home devices. So I think you see we're moving there already. I'm not sure necessarily if the set-top box will be the hub, but I think it will be part of it. And I think at some point, when you're in the car going home, if you have I don't remember what the Android car system is called, but if you have that installed, you can kind of ask it to record whatever TV show that you won't make it home to because you're stuck in traffic. So yeah, I think, everything is in place for that future to come along. So I think it's just a matter of time.
Yeah. So, but if you go into a bit more of the aggregator's role, do you think that, because as a user, I know Strim a bit more, that you actually have, HBO packages, Viaplay packages. So do you think your role as an aggregator will change drastically also in the years coming, or already has done perhaps?
Both yes and no. So so I think if you look at the role of the aggregator, it's a role where we're kind of facing back and provide value to the content providers, but mainly it's to provide something that the end customers want. And I think always it's been about, in a world where we have a lot of different products, a lot of different content providers, if it's a provider of linear TV channels or streaming services, not that big a difference, but it's complex. And I think the main role of the aggregator is to provide like the one-stop shop for watching content and to create a great user experience there. That's what we've been doing with TV, so regular like RiksTV. We put great content together and we create program guides and set-top boxes and the likes to make that content accessible and help the customer find great content and watch great content. And even though we're moving into different kind of, we're aggregating different kind of content, you have SVOD libraries, you have pure streaming services, which is being aggregated and packaged with the linear content. I think that role of, you know, being the one-stop shop and creating the great user experience, helping the user find content across different providers, that's still the same. And also you can go into the commercials, like you should create a big package which is, you know, affordable for the customer, but still, you know, provides the width and of different content that the user wants. So I don't think it's going to change that much, but going into the streaming world increasingly, I think it puts even more pressure on like creating a good user experience. It's harder to it's harder to navigate because the content is so big, you know. It's kind of a luxury of in the linear world that, you know, the only content discovery thing you need is the program guide.
Yeah.
And it's curated, the content is much more curated for you and, you know, handpicked. In streaming services, you know, you have tens of thousands of you know, what we call assets, but which are programs or movies or whatever. And to be able to navigate or help the customer navigate there, that's a major challenge. And that's when you go into all the technology stuff, such as profiles, machine learning, you know, of course, manual desking, but, you know, being able to create a very personalized experience for the customers with all this content. It sounds, it's harder than it sounds, I guess.
Yeah, but I guess Strim kind of have that idea that you're actually going to collect these kind of OTT services as well into your system. So for me as a user, I don't have to have, for example, one HBO application, one Viaplay application, one NRK and one TV2. I should actually just go to you guys at Strim and get that whole package and have it in one space, easy for me to find, easy, better user experience for me, and more or less one app instead of 5. If that's the correct understanding of my user experience. Right.
I think you figured it out.
Yeah.
I think it's quite obvious that that's the goal. But I would also like to say that for Strim, or for anything we do, we have a clear idea of what we want to do, but it's always a continuous feedback loop from the customers. And I think that's what we do greatly with Strim, is that we so much of our work and how we kind of evolve the product is based on customer feedback. So I would say that what you're saying is kind of the direction we want to go in, but with a disclaimer that the customers might tell us otherwise.
Yeah.
And if they do, then we'll take that into account. So I think, yeah, you need to have a clear path and a clear direction, but also keep your ear to the ground, or the ear to the customer to be able to adapt. And yeah, I think that's the generic answer I can give you there.
Yeah, and I think that's rounds up this session quite well, that the users are in control and are the decision makers at the end of the day. So thank you so much, Sindre, for joining me for this talk, and looking forward to use your services soon. Thank you.
Thank you.